All right, let's take this question. We are told that 500 tickets were sold for a concert. Tickets for adults and children were sold at $4.50 and $3 respectively. If the total receipts for the concert were $1,987.50, how many tickets for adults were sold? All right, so these are the options, and you can try it. So later we compare answers together. Pause the video, feel free, try it, and then let's do it together. Okay, I want to believe that you've done it, so let's take solution. Okay, we're going to take our solution right now. And taking the solution, there are some certain things that we need to make known from what we are told. Ticket for adults, ticket for children. So let's have here ticket for adults, tickets for adults, and then we are told that ticket for adult is what? Ticket for adult, you are told, we are asked how many tickets for adults is, so we don't know. So let's represent ticket for adults with letter A. All right, and then also ticket for children. Ticket for children as well, we don't know, and then we're still going to represent it with a letter, and what's good for that will be letter C for children. Now we are told that the total number of tickets that were sold in the concert is 500, meaning that if we add up A, and then that's number of tickets for adults, we add it up with number of tickets for children, that should give us the total number of tickets that were sold for that concert, in which we were told that is 500, right? So let's establish that. Adding up total number of tickets for adults and then with that of children, we will have 500, meaning that our adult ticket, numbers of tickets for adults is just like I was saying, that's A. Okay, let's write it under so we can understand it properly. So it means A is equal to total tickets, that's 500. That's 500 minus the ticket for children, that is letter C. That will give us the number of tickets for adults, and numbers of tickets for children C. Will also be number of, that's C, will be equal to total tickets, that is 500 minus ticket for adult, which is letter A. Okay, but that's not what we are asked to find. We are just trying to bring down some very important things that will help us in our solving. Another thing that we need to know will be, we need to know the receipts, total receipts for adults. So you can just write here receipts for adults. And receipts for adults, we know that each of them pays $4.50, pays $4.50. So it will be $4.50 times the total number that we are looking for, which is A, times the total A. And when we multiply that, it's the same thing as saying $4.50 A. All right, that will give us the total receipt for adults, and also we need to establish the total receipt for the children. So it's a total receipt for your children. Total receipt for children. We know that Okay, let's do this. Let's take this off. So I want to maintain my consistency, and it's okay. So let's do it like, okay, same thing. I just want to maintain consistency with my ink. All right, so receipts for children. Now we told that each ticket is $3. So 3 times numbers of children that bought it is C, and that will give us 3C. This is 350A. Let's add that A so we don't mix it up. This is A here. All right, and for us, we have been given the total numbers of receipts for the concert, both that of the male, that of the adult, and the children. So meaning that if we add up this and this, if we add up this to this, we should be able to have the total numbers of receipts for the concert. Now, for us to do that, it will just be for us to bring it down like 5.50A. Okay, 5.50A, and we say plus, then we get these orders for that of C, which is 3C, and that will be equal to what we were given. And what were we given already? That was $1,987.50. Okay, but right now, see, we are having two unknowns. There are two unknowns here, A and C, and we are asked to find the first unknown, which is A. That stands for total ticket for adult. That's what we asked here in the question. Ticket for adult, how many tickets for adult, and that is represented with letter A here. Okay, so that's what we are asked to find. And now we are having another unknown here, but remember that we have established here that A is equal to 500 minus C. A is equal to 500 minus C. So it means we are going to C also is equal to 500 minus A. So since we are asked to find A, let's keep the A down again, 50A, and our plus sign. Then we are asked to find A. So anyway, we have C, we are going to replace it with this that contains our A. Represent with that contains our A. And what's that? That is 500 minus A. 500 minus A. All right, so, and that will, let's equate it with the total numbers of tickets that we were given, and that was $1,987.50. Okay, now we proceed by keep solving this. $4.50 is $4.50 A. All right, and we are going to work on the bracket. But before then, let's have our plus sign. I'm now going to work on this bracket by saying 3 times 500. 3 times 500. That will give us 1,500. Then 3 times minus A. That will give us minus 3A. Now we've been able to open up that bracket, and we can now keep solving. But before we proceed, let's bring down the total numbers of tickets that were sold in the concert. That's $1,987.50. Great. All right, so we can collect like terms here by saying all A's come to A's and all letters, numbers go to numbers. We can do that, right? And if you are doing that, it means this is what we're going to have now. You have $4.50 A. This will move down. That becomes minus 3A. Okay, move down. Now equal to then what was over there, that's the total numbers of tickets there remains. That is 1,987.50. Then minus minus this other one. Okay, I will want to use everything here as my green. All right, so let's do that. Okay, let's change it to green like that. So 1500 will come over here, so we now say minus 1500. Okay, so keep solving it by subtracting 3a from 4.50a. That will give us 1.50a, and subtracting 1500 from this, we are going to have 400. Okay, let's do this. We're going to have $487, then 50 kobo, rather sorry, 50 cents. 50 cents. I'm used to kobo because we are here in Nigeria. All right, 50 cents. Okay, so we are asked to find a, and since we are asked to find a, we're going to divide both sides by the coefficient of a. The coefficient of a here is 1.50. The coefficient, and with both sides by 1.50. So see, 1.50 will cancel 1.50, will be left with the a, and when this cancel this, what we will be left with is 325. So it means that our a, total numbers of tickets for adults, equals to 325. That's the answer. And we'll be checking our options. The option number A is the correct option. Option A is the correct option. Okay, so this was very, very simple. What we are asked to find in this question was to find the total numbers of tickets for adults. That we were told that the total overall ticket is 1987. So what we simply did was for us to bring out some values. Ticket for adult that we are asked to find is A. Ticket for adult is C. We don't know any of this, but one thing that is sure is that if we add the total numbers of ticket for adult A to the total numbers of ticket of children, it will give us 500. And for us to know that of A, it's simply for us to subtract C, total numbers of ticket of adult for children, from 500. Same thing for C, is to subtract total numbers of adult ticket from overall 500. That's the first part. Now, to know the receipts for adults, we know that each of their tickets is 4.50. So times the total numbers of adults ticket, that will give us 4.50a. Same thing for children, multiplying it, that will be 3c. Now, if we add up the two, it will give us the total numbers of receipts that was sold for this, that was gotten for this concert, in which is $1,987.50. All right, so now we are looking for A, we are not looking for C, and since we are looking for we are not looking for C, we need to replace C with what we are looking for. And we remember that C is also equal to 3, rather it's also equal to 500 minus A. So we replace our C with this, if 500 minus A. Yeah, we did this replacement here, and we brought down our 4.50A. Now we expanded this bracket. 3 times 500 is 12,500. 3 times A is 3A, equating it with the total tickets here. After that, we collected like terms because we have 3A here and we have 4.50A here. When we collected like terms, it became 4.50 minus 3A, and of course this one moved over, and the sign of equality changes to subtraction. That's, we have minus here, and finding A, we divided by the coefficients of A, that's 1.50, both sides, and what we had as our answer was 325. That's the total numbers of tickets for the adults in that concert. All right, so that will be it for this class. It was lengthy, but it was worth it. Let's meet in the next class. Bye bye.